Alrighty. Do you think I should stream whenever we play it, Nathan?
Yes.
Alrighty. I feel like the shorter topic will be the tattoo one, don't you?
The shorter topic will be the tattoo one?
That's what I think.
Probably. We should probably start with that one.
Yeah, you know what we need to do?
What?
We need to make a Google Drive and just list out things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and just share it to each other.
Yeah, and
Just
that way,
anytime you think of something, just put it on there
just,
randomly.
yep, yep. You're sitting in the middle of class and you think of something, bam.
Exactly. Anywho.
Right. Alright, so, the main thing I can think about with this is, would you get any tattoos? Or do you plan on it?
I mean, I don't have anything specifically in mind, but I'm not against getting tattoos.
Right, right.
I don't want to look like a fucking, uh, I don't want to look like a suitcase, but, I mean, I'd get some.
Yeah, you ain't trying to come out looking like Tom McDonald or nothing.
Exactly. I ain't trying to look like my UFC 3 created character.
I mean, I definitely want to get something, and I've discussed this with Tressa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, she said, "Don't get too many," and I'm like, "I won't." I feel like the most I'll do would be like 2 full sleeves.
Yeah, I think I do. Yeah, I wouldn't get a full sleeve, but I get a 3/4. Because
Nah,
if I ever get to the point where I don't like it or like a job interview, I can cover it up still.
you see, I want a sleeve, like not like all the way down my hand. You know what I mean? But like down
Yeah.
to like my wrist. You know what I mean? Like
Your wrist?
I want a sleeve. Like I like what Dustin Poirier has. If
Yeah,
you look,
Dustin Poirier's tats actually look really good.
yeah, like I that would probably be the amount that I did minus what's on his chest,
Yeah.
and I'd probably still get something there, but not what he had. Like you know what I mean? Like not anything like he has on his chest. But yeah, it was funny. I told Trissa about it. She's like, "Don't get too many." I'm like, "Don't worry, I'll get one, maybe 2 sleeves." I think she was okay with it, but still, you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know that she would be heavily for it. Man, you know what's crazy is my mom was talking about getting a tattoo.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Is it really crazy though?
it is. And I told her,
Ah!
I told her I just don't see her going through with it.
They say the worst place to get tattoos are like your
Ribs.
solar plex. Yeah, your ribs, your solar plexus, the stuff where the needle's gonna go so deep it's gonna hit your
Um,
bones.
your palm, your knees, um, your ribs, your armpit.
Yeah.
Pretty well just stuff like that. What do you think of Brock Lesnar's tattoo?
Oh, what'd you say? My bad.
What do you think of Brock Lesnar's tattoo?
Brock Lesnar, a big bitch.
Yeah, but like, what do you think about the tattoo? Like the
His
knife,
tattoos.
like the knife on him.
I don't know. I mean, it's alright.
Yeah, I don't know that I like it. Um, And last thing, so tattoo ownership. Tattoos, like tattoo artists, they're considered artists. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
don't fault that. Like they are artists. But here's the thing: do you think that once the person has been tattooed and the person pays for it, do you think that they own any copyright to that tattoo, or is it all the person that
Uh,
has? Like, do you think that the artist holds any copyright to that?
I think the artist still has to hold a little bit, cause
No, what I mean to that is I don't mean like design, like copy design. I mean like if like what I mean is Randy Orton. Do you know who that is?
yeah,
Well, his tattoos are being used in the WWE 2K games and stuff like that, and the artist never signed off on it. But
yeah,
you know what I mean? And so she's on
yeah. I think
this.
the artist has to sign off on that.
You see, I don't, because the thing is, I paid you for this art and you drew it. You know what I mean? I paid you for it, so therefore it is mine to do with what I please.
I can see that.
Like, let's just say that, like, I were to buy a painting from you. I own the
Yeah,
painting, do I not?
you do.
Even though it's from you, I own it.
But you can't sell that painting and say you painted it.
No, then that's not what he's doing. You know what I mean? Like, what that would, like, here's what I'm saying. Like, if I bought a painting and then put a picture of that painting on the internet, like, I can't get sued from the person that painted it. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, that's facts.
So if I pay, and in this case, he would be the painting. You know what I mean? He would be the
Yes.
canvas that got painted on, and people are taking pictures of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I don't think that the tattoo artist owns anything like. No, in the design itself, yes, but the tattoo itself, then I do not think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he owns the design, not the tattoo. I'll agree with that.
Like whatever's on Randy Orton's body, he owns that. But the artist, I think they own the design for that. That's what I
Right.
think. And if someone were to
So
copy,
yeah, I agree with that. I think Randy Orton can do whatever he wants with that because it's on his body.
yeah,
But I don't think another tattoo artist should be able to do a quote unquote custom tattoo and put the same design on somebody else and call it his own.
mm-hmm, yeah,
Right.
that's what I feel. But I mean, it's like the Mike Tyson case with the Hangover. Did you hear about that?
No, what happened?
The tattoo artist that gave Mike Tyson his face tattoo
Yeah.
sued The Hangover because the one of the guys like it was a fake tattoo, but they put it on his face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so the artist sued for that
Hmm.
because he got it on it. Granted, Mike Tyson's in the movie, but the other dude is the one that gets the tattoo, like the Mike Tyson tattoo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Um, so it's basically just using artwork as the, even though they were using it for the movie, you know what I mean? Like the tattoo artist didn't give them permission to put that on somebody else.
I can see that.
And I can't do, even though it's not a permanent tattoo, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
even if they were just putting it on for a movie,
yeah,
he should still get credit for being the one who came up with that design.
yeah, yeah. But it's just a minefield, you know?
Right.
It's crazy what people can and cannot copyright.
It is.
People can copyright sayings.
Yeah, one time, I think it was Cardi B tried to copyright Okur.
Yeah, she did. Um, Somebody, I can't remember who, but it was like a rock and roll legend. They came up with the devil horns, like whenever you stick up your index and pinky finger. They tried
Yeah.
to copyright that. or trademark that,
You
which
can't.
is
I don't think you should be able to own simple crap like that.
yeah. Um,
That'd be like somebody trying to fucking copyright the word yes.
uh, I believe that Taylor Swift has copyrighted some words from some songs.
Now, certain phrases, I guess I could see.
Yeah, like oh yeah, Taylor Swift has copyrighted the name T Swift. She has that copyrighted. So no one else can even say it or anything like that. You know what I mean?
T Swift.
T Swift.
They can't say T Swift.
And like all the like other nicknames that people have for her, like she's basically copyrighted them, just trademarked them. It's crazy. Oh, did you hear about Olivia Rodrigo?
What?
Apparently, she got sued from, I think it was Taylor Swift and Paramore, because she basically took um, a song from each and like twisted it, but made it her own. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you could tell what parts were taken from the songs from Taylor Swift and what part was taken from the song from Paramore. And
Yeah.
both of them sued Olivia Rodrigo, and they both won, which I agree with that.
Did you see the thing where I mean, she obviously can't get sued for it, but or Bella Porch took the tune from Mozart for Build a Bitch.
Yeah, yeah, I did. But Elvis Costello, do you know who he is?
No.
Well, Elvis Costello was really big back like 40 years ago, maybe even longer. Well, if you listen to her song "Brutal" and then another song from Elvis Costello, you can tell that it is the same guitar and stuff like that. Like it is the same song. And somebody told Elvis about it, and Elvis was like, "Okay, cool. That's what rock and roll's for. It is to inspire others and to let others work on what you have worked on." You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like he was just cool with it, which I can't disagree with that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, but I feel like if somebody's cool with it, then they're cool with it. But if they're not, then just leave it be.
Yeah. You can't just
Yeah,
copyright's a touchy subject.
it is. It is. Speaking of copyright, did I tell you that I got copyright claimed?
Or what?
One of my GTA videos.
Who copyrighted you?
I don't know. It was a song from GTA though that got me copyrighted. But here's the
One of
thing.
your 9 viewers with a
Here's the
friggin'
thing. Like no, like they, like I didn't get reported or anything like that. Because I think the only person watched the stream was Bryce. But yeah, like the next day at like 9 something in the morning, I get an email from YouTube saying that my video had been copyright claimed, and whenever you look up the song, the first thing that pops up is GTA Cayo Perico Heist.
yeah.
You would think that if that song was made for GTA, it would be copyright free if you're playing GTA.
Yeah, give me just a sec.
You are watching the Kickcast. with your host Jacob and co-host Tyler. Currently, Tyler is out at the time. However, I am still here. It's just me and you. That's right. Just me and you. Not even Chris Hansen could save you from what we're about to say. I know bro, I really ain't gonna quit in the middle of the podcast. I know this ain't gonna happen.
Yeller.
Look who back. Why you keep on muting, bruh? You got something you don't want us to hear? Hmm? Tyler?
Yes.
Why you keep on muting and unmuting?
I'll be using push to talk.
Why?
Yes.
Yes. Are you away from your PS4 right now?
No.
Is there somebody else in the room? Okay. Well, there's the answer. Alright, so what were we talking about before? Just copyright stuff? Did we move into anything else?
I don't really remember.
I don't think we did. But, do you have anything that you want to talk about? Anything that you think we could talk about before we move on to the final thing? Hmm.
Um. I'm unmuted, right?
Yes, you are now.
Well.
Just anything. Anything that you think would be a good topic to discuss.
I don't know.
Alright. Let's move into the final topic then.
Yes.
You ready?
Yes.
You remember what it is?
Yes.
What is it?
I believe we are talking about zombie apocalypses.
We are. We are.
Arg.
Alright. So where should we start?
Um, I
Well,
think we should start with
let me just preface this with this. Do you know how long the zombie apocalypse would actually last?
probably over 100 fucking years.
2 months.
You think?
Well, yeah, the flesh would deteriorate and rot, and it would take 2 months for that to happen. So I'll add like another month or so for like cleanup and all. You're back and running within a half a year.
So I wonder, in saying that, if it's ever happened before, and it just wasn't recorded in history. But
That's
that's
good.
that's really, really, really far fetched though, because you'd think somebody would think to write that down.
Yeah. The Holocaust wasn't a thing, it was actually just a minor zombie apocalypse.
Big surprise party.
Yeah, just a minor zombie apocalypse that they covered up with the death of 6 million Jews. Do you have any proof to tell me I'm wrong?
Tell you what,
Tell me I'm wrong.
make your statement again.
The Holocaust wasn't real. It was just a mini zombie apocalypse that they covered up with the death of 6 million Jews.
Exactly. You know, they need a distraction real quick, so they just kill
Yeah.
people.
So, what are your go-to weapons for the zombie apocalypse?
Go-to weapons? Well,
Mhm.
I think first place you gotta rate is probably a gunsmith, because
Well,
you
like, let's just say that, like, there aren't, like, people going crazy, people looting everything. Like, you know what I mean? Like, calm, cool, collected almost. Like, you just, like, kind of, like, bunkered down. You know what I mean?
okay. Well,
What
then I gotta
guns?
go. Oh, if we just stayed at the house?
Well, I mean, we'll just say you can have any gun, but not, like, military grade, I wouldn't think.
Okay, so I would take like a hunting rifle, because if you think about the use of it,
Right,
it is
right.
going to make you stay further away from zombies, because you're not
Mm-hmm.
going to fight close range with that. So, in a way, that's going to help you in more than one way.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I do get jiggity jumped by one, I'm gonna carry some big boy chopsticks, Cali
Mm-hmm.
sticks almost.
Mm-hmm.
Just beat them with it. 3-hit melee, you know.
Mm. Alright, so there's your melee weapon. We'll say you get one more gun.
1911.
Yeah. Alright, so here's what I'm thinking. You know me. I got a 243 hanging on my wall right now.
Oh, that's true.
um, and I'm gonna attach a oil filter onto it, if you know what I'm talking about. A quote unquote oil filter.
Uh-huh.
I don't know that I'm allowed to say the word, but you know what I mean.
What?
Do you know what I mean whenever I say that?
When you say
Oil filter?
oil filter?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I kind of. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I got you.
I don't know that I can say the actual term. I just sent the actual term to you.
My phone is dead.
Jesus. You know, I'll just say it's suppressor.
Well, yeah, you're allowed to say that.
Well, there's technical. Well, suppressors technically aren't legal.
If you get papers for them, they are.
I don't go through the government with that crap. I ain't going through all that. Speaking of which, my brother put a oil filter on a certain thing that he has. If you know what I mean.
Honestly, I'm not.
I'm
I'm
not.
not 100% sure that's illegal. As
It
long as you're not
is.
making any.
It is illegal.
Uh, it is.
Mhm. I'm pretty sure it is. In the state of North Carolina, it is illegal to have a suppressor on a firearm without proper documentation, I'm sure, but I doubt that he has documentation for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't remember what it is, but he put an oil suppressor or a oil filter on it. You know what I mean? And the thing looks nice.
Yeah. I mean, you'd have to be careful with how you use guns because you don't want to make a bunch of noise.
Yeah. So that's my first thing. The second thing is I'm thinking a bow because you can just remake arrows with sticks and stuff.
That's true, and I'm very good with a bow.
Yeah. Or like a crossbow, something like that. You know what I mean?
I'm like a sexier Katniss Everdeen.
Um, you gotta have a sidearm. Um,
Right.
See, here's the thing. You don't need like a whole lot of firepower for a zombie.
Right, you're probably gonna be one tapping them.
Yeah. So wouldn't it be safe just to go with like a 22?
Right, I didn't even think of that. You don't need a whole bunch of firepower. You just literally just tap, 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 tap.
Yeah.
22s are fairly quiet too.
Yeah. And a machete
Yes.
because it's not just good for killing zombies, it's good for cutting brush or anything like that.
We'll say the only thing about a machete is you'll probably have to sharpen it fairly often.
Well, I mean, how often
But
am I
that's
truly gonna be using it?
that's true, and that goes for just about any melee weapon. Like even in my example, just having freaking things to beat people over the head with. If it's wooden, they might break.
I told
Might as well just
Bryce
carry around a
that
bunch of glass bottles and start beating them over the head with it.
yeah, Bryce told me that I get two melee weapons. My second one, I chose a metal bat.
Yeah, I would. Metal bat would probably be a good one. Not a wood
Because
bat, because obviously
because
those
here's the
break.
thing, even if a metal bat were to break or something like that, like be dented so bad, you could turn it into a weapon that stabs.
Yeah. It don't matter if it gets dented. It's still a piece of metal you're gonna hit
Mhm.
somebody in the face with.
Mhm. And if nothing else, then you can just saw it off, keep the handle, and attach it to something else.
Yeah.
What do you think the outcome of the zombie apocalypse would be?
I think uh I think that living people would probably come out on top as long as everybody doesn't kill as long as the living people don't kill all the other living people.
Mhm. Yeah. If that don't happen, then we go back to normal society not too long after.
Right.
But also, here's the thing. If a zombie thing were to happen, you would only have to kill the first zombie. You know what I mean?
That's true. You kill the first thing. As long as you kill the first one and don't get the body near anyone, it never becomes a thing anyways.
Mhm. But here's the thing. I have a strategy. You donate it to science, but here's what you do. You take all of its fingernails off and you pull all of its teeth out so that if anything were to happen, you cannot like somehow cut yourself on the thing. You know what I mean?
Exact same thing with toenails.
Yeah, like you just
Uh,
take, because think about it, the flesh is already rotten, you know?
right.
So
It'd be like getting
just
slapped by a wet noodle if it tried to attack you.
so no, I'm just saying like after you killed it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
This would be like in like whenever scientists are dealing with it so that they don't end up getting caught on a nail or a tooth or something like that. You know what I mean? And here's the
Yeah.
thing, it may not even spread like that. It
Right. What
may,
if there's only a chance you get infected?
right. Like, you know what's crazy? With
Yeah.
something like AIDS, if I were to stick a needle in someone with AIDS and then stick the needle right in my arm or something like that, there's
Yeah.
only a certain percent chance that I would get AIDS.
I
Like,
mean, not saying that's a good idea, but
and here's the thing, it is not a high percent chance.
it's not.
No, it is pretty low.
Is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess that's true
No,
considering
the
AIDS
thing
is an
is,
STD.
here, like, but here's the thing, it can travel via blood, though. Like, I mean, if, if they were to, like, bleed into your mouth, then yeah, you would probably get it. Like, because that would have to be a substantial amount of blood.
Yeah.
But just that one drop of blood, nah, it
Well, I
wouldn't.
guess that's like seeing some people have like herpes on their face.
Like, it wouldn't do too terribly much. But, yeah.
Where would you go for like a zombie apocalypse though? Would you stay at your house or would you go somewhere else?
Virginia.
Exactly. If you go to West Virginia, that I think that's your best bet because
No, just
the
regular
terrain up
Virginia.
there is fairly easy to defend and there's not many people up there. So,
I would go to the farmhouse that my grandparents just sold
yeah.
because it is secluded. Like, like it is off the grid. Um, and there's a good bit of land there. Like it is a nice place.
That would be the way to live is living somewhere where nobody can find you. Uh Especially if they know that you have supplies that they don't have, you don't want to be able to be found.
Hmm. But we're just saying for this sake and purpose that there are no like raiders and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I feel like one thing that doesn't get looked at enough would be the zombie apocalypse would only truly last for 60 days. Because by that point, all the flesh would be rotten off of the zombie. Now, new zombies would be different, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it would just take 2 months
The
for
people
the.
that got murked by the old zombies.
Yeah. Like, and here's the thing, as long as people know about it, people stay inside, they'll be fine, you know?
Right. As long as people don't continue to die about it
Hmm.
or die
And
from it,
And
it'll be
honestly,
fine.
I don't think the zombies would attack power stations and stuff like that, so I don't think we would lose power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Eh, who knows?
I
But,
think it would turn into like a very like miniature plague kind of deal where it gets
mm-hmm,
cured and never happens again
mm-hmm,
if it would happen.
yeah. You mean like how the coronavirus actually is, but they're just making a mountain out of a molehill.
Yeah. You
Man,
know, since the Middle Ages, there's only been like 5 cases of plague.
mm-hmm. You know what's crazy? I um
What?
I have to get my meningitis vaccine this Friday. Um, and I need to make sure that they don't slip the COVID vaccine into me as well.
Oh,
Yeah, my dad said if they slip it into you, just know that Chuck will burn the whole place down. And he referred to himself in the third person. That time he said, Chuck gonna burn that whole place down.
your dad's name is Chuck?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. He's a third as well. Did you
He's
know
Chuck
that?
the third?
He is. I'm not going to say his middle name because he doesn't like. You know what? I will. It's
Yeah.
not like he's not to know about this.
Yeah.
His name is Chuck Millard Shook the Third.
Dang.
He decided that there would not be a fourth.
You were gonna be the fourth?
No, my brother.
Oh.
Yeah. Um, it was mostly because of the middle name. That middle name is an old middle name.
Oh.
So instead, we got Hunter Austin Shook. You know, people tell me that I should go by my middle name, but I'm not going to.
What's your middle name?
Dylan.
Yeah. That's a pretty good middle name. Some people got some weird middle names.
Mm-hmm. Jaquavius Monterathon.
Exactly.
Alright, so do you see this podcast going anywhere else? Any other topics?
Not really.
I don't either. I think that's a good place to stop it.
Yeah.
I do too.
Honestly, this one's been pretty good. We've actually done a good bit of talking.
Yeah. We have gone for about an hour, I think. But, yeah, like, just tomorrow, just either you do it, or if you don't do it, I'll try to make a Google Drive and just share it with each other. You know what I mean? Just write down some ideas in there.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna call it right now.